works in a particular way.
Okay.
With that way, no matter how the questions are twisted, I can still be able to apply my knowledge to whatever question that is being asked.
Okay.
And then when I'm writing, I want to write in details. I want to write with understanding. So a day or a week to exams is not the time for me to prepare for exams. So for me, right from the beginning of the semester, I've started preparing for exams.
Okay.
Now, what happens is that from the beginning of the semester, you wouldn't see me doing any extensive reading, but what I do is that I never miss class. So once I'm in class, as I said from the beginning of this video, I'm right in class, I'm paying attention, I'm concentrated. And then my other success story is that I don't miss tutorials.
Okay. Wow.
So as a formal political science student, right from level 100 to 400, I never miss tutorials. I can, my TAs have been my very good friends. I mean, currently one, Rahel, I don't know wherever she is, but she should know that I appreciate her a lot. And then even Alberta, who helped me in doing my long essay whilst I was in level 400. I mean, I go for tutorials a lot. So right from tutorials, you get a second chance to review what the lecturer has taught you.
Okay.
You get your colleagues to also share their views on whatever has been taught. So you realize that you get a very grounded understanding of whatever that has been taught. So even before I get to exams week, you already know what you're up to. Yet. So that is me. So I start preparing right from day one. I go for tutorials and I do group discussions.
Okay,
but
very important.
The other thing about me is that I don't do group discussions during exams week. No.
Okay.
I find it's very destructive because exams time is for me to focus on what I've been taught and for me to revise. So what I do is that my friends and I, a very good friend, Joy Nahajashi, wherever she is, she just know that I love and I appreciate the bond that we built in school whilst we study. So she has been one study partner that I have had. We start learning right from the beginning. We sit down, we discuss. So before even exams week, we know what is going to come. So yes, so those are the means.
Wow, I mean, you've made very good points that I'm sure my viewers will have to make note on. You see, preparing along the semester, not waiting the last minute hour.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
in one of my video, I mentioned that there are some students who take notes in class. A day or two to exam, when they pick their notes, they are wondering if they are the ones who wrote the same note because they can't even identify what they've written.
Yeah.
It's because you are not reading. You are not going through what you are reading. Well, I want to use this opportunity to thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to interview you. And what are your last words to our viewers, our students? In fact, our channel is to help students to learn and become better. Okay. And try to give them ideas, people sharing their learning experiences. So what's your advice to them?
Okay, so my last words to us is that don't see learning as a competition between you and colleagues. Okay. I think that's one thing I have done that has helped me a lot. You are not competing with anybody. What I always strive to do is that I always compare myself to yesterday. So, okay, what's my learning capacity? What's my learning capacity? Oh, I think I was able to do maybe 1 hour, 2 hours. Oh, I think today I can do this. And another thing is that my goal is not always to get an A. Wow. Even though by the grace of God I've had, better grades while I was in school. But I always tell my friends that the goal is not to get an A. The goal is not to compete. My focus is always to become the better version of me that I was before. And then my goal is also to make sure that whatever I'm doing, I give off my best. Okay. Whatever I'm doing, I give off my best. And then my best is going to reflect on whatever grades I have. So there are days that there was a time I wrote an exams and I had a C. I celebrated myself. Okay. Because that paper was very difficult for me and I gave my all. I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't missing class. I wasn't missing tutorials. And even the day I wrote the paper, I was even scared I wasn't going to do well. And when it came out and I had a C, I even celebrated. In fact, that is the paper that I celebrated myself even most, even as compared to those that I wrote that I had an A. So enjoy the learning process. And then the learning is not the goal. The point is that you are learning to become a better person. To be able to understand and to be able to apply in other spheres of your life. So that is for me. So be yourself, enjoy the learning process, don't see it as something that is tedious or something that you are being compelled to do, but just see it as a point of just expanding your intellectual capacity and just giving up your best to whatever you have. And trust me, I think that with prayer along, and yes, let me add that I'm a prayer person. If you're a person of faith, you need to add prayer as well. So as a member of Assemblies of God, and also was on campus as well, as part of Assemblies of God campus ministry, when it's getting to exams time, we do organize examination prayer. Sometimes you take these things for granted, but it helps you, because there are days that you might have prepared, but you go to the examination hall and you attend, and it has happened to me before. There were days I went into the examination hall and my ID number was not on my desk, and sometimes what happens is that it disorients you. You realize that suddenly you forget that you even have a paper to write. But when you pray, you add faith, you realize that all these things, all these hitches happen, but you still sit behind the paper, you are still able to make progress. So don't compete with anybody, be yourself, and then at most, please add prayer to everything that you do.
At most, add prayer to everything. Thank you so much, Vera, for coming our way. We hope to host you once again, probably in the future.
You should.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, catch you up again on Dela-Connect. Thank you.